Next up is Jeff Caruso, the Executive Director of the Virginia Catholic Conference.
Thank you. The Virginia Catholic Conference, as many of you know, is the public policy office of Virginia's Catholic bishops in their two dioceses, with the two dioceses, of course, being the Diocese of Arlington and the Diocese of Richmond. You know, a lot of the work that state Catholic conferences do is, of course, you know, the bulk of the work is at the state level, where we work at the Virginia General Assembly. We also provide a supportive role to the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops on federal issues. And in all of our work, the state level work and the federal work, our mission is really grounded in the U.S. bishops' Forming Consciences for Faithful Citizenship document, which I encourage you to read the whole thing if you have time to do so. But this evening I just want to read two really short excerpts from it that have particular relevance to this topic. The first is under their section on solidarity. It says, "We are one human family, whatever our national, racial, ethnic, economic, and ideological differences." And then later on in that section, it says, "Solidarity also includes the scriptural call to welcome the stranger among us, including immigrants seeking work, by ensuring that they have opportunities for a safe home, education for their children, and a decent life for their families, and by ending the practice of separating families through deportation." And then later on, there's a section specifically on migration, and I just want to read that to you, because that really, from that really kind of flow, the work that we do at the state level really flows from that. For migration, here's what the U.S. bishops say in Faithful Citizenship. "The gospel mandate to welcome the stranger requires Catholics to care for and stand with newcomers, authorized and unauthorized, including unaccompanied immigrant children, refugees and asylum seekers, those unnecessarily detained, and victims of human trafficking. Comprehensive reform is urgently necessary to fix a broken immigration system and should include a broad and fair legalization program with a path to citizenship, a work program with worker protections and just wages, family reunification policies, access to legal protections, which include due process procedures, refuge for those fleeing persecution and violence, and policies to address the root causes of migration. The right and responsibility of nations to control their borders and to maintain the rule of law should be recognized, but pursued in a just and humane manner. The detention of immigrants should be used to protect public safety and not for purposes of deterrence or punishment. Alternatives to detention, including community-based programs, should be emphasized." So how do we take the Catholic social teaching and the work at the federal level and this material from Forming Consciences for Faithful Citizenship, and how do we apply that to our state level here in Virginia? Well, during the 2018 Virginia General Assembly session, the Virginia Catholic Conference worked on three primary areas relating to immigrants, and those areas were education, transportation, and safety. And we anticipate that those same areas are going to come up again during the 2019 session. So just to kind of briefly encapsulate those three areas of our work. On education, the Virginia Attorney General issued a number of years ago an advisory opinion, and that advisory opinion states that Dreamers can access in-state tuition if they hold DACA status. So one of the things we sought to do during the 2018 session, as well as in previous ones, was to support a bill to try to codify that Attorney General's opinion into our state statutory law. And that bill did not pass, but we expect it to come back up in 2019, and we'll be supporting that again. More broadly for Dreamers, we also supported another bill that would go a little bit further, and that would grant in-state tuition for any student who met the following 3 conditions. One, they attended high school in Virginia for 3 or more years. Secondly, either they or their parents have paid income taxes for 3 or more years. And third, they have applied for permanent residency. So again, Dreamers, when we're talking about Dreamers, we're talking about children that came to the country at a young age, and they're seeking an education in this country, which by our Catholic social teaching, we have a right to a decent education for our human fulfillment and flourishing. So those are the 2 areas for education. For transportation, our goal is that we certainly want those in immigrant communities to be able to safely attend church, work, and school. And to be able to accomplish that, one of the bills that we supported during the 2018 session was a bill that would provide a temporary 1-year driving permit regardless of immigration status. If the person could meet 3 conditions. One, of course, they would need to pass a driver's test, and this would also promote public safety. Second, they would have to prove that they have paid state taxes, and third, they would have to pay an application fee. So again, this would further these interests of safety and being able to attend vital functions like being able to attend church, work, and school. The safety component also bore itself out in a third area that we worked on, and that was a bill that we supported that would ensure that victims of crime and witnesses to crime could come forward and not be asked about their immigration status during an investigation of those crimes. This would, of course, encourage people to share their experiences about these crimes and to have these vital investigations take place. The converse of that is we also opposed legislation that would have discouraged people from coming forward by not allowing localities to have these types of policies. So those are the 3 areas, and again, we expect them to, none of these bills that we supported passed, but we are going to continue to support them, and we hope to continue to make some progress in these debates. I'll finish by asking or encouraging people to go to our website, which is www.vacatholic.org. How many people are a member of the Virginia Catholic Conference Email Advocacy Network? Okay, that's a start. Hopefully by the end of the evening it can be a larger number. I would encourage you, even on your phone right now, if you're able, go to our website and there's a sign-up feature. And if you would sign up for our email network, you'll get alerts on issues before bills are voted upon, and also regular updates on issues relating to immigration, as well as many other issues that relate to Catholic social teaching. So I want to thank you for your time this evening, and also encourage you, in addition to signing up for the Virginia Catholic Conference Network, just another plug to sign up for the JFI alerts too. I receive those, and it's very helpful to the work of the state Catholic conferences. So that's justiceforimmigrants.org. Thank you.